Today we are outside Raleigh once again at Riverwood Golf Club. 3,700 yards on the front nine, over 7,000 total from the tips. Let's see how we can do. Starting off the round with an iron. Not sure if I like hitting irons versus drivers off the first hole, but nonetheless hit a good one here down the middle. If you'd watched last week's video at Tobacco Road, the putting was absolutely atrocious, so we're going to focus heavily on that. Switched the grip up, basically did everything I possibly could. We won't have a putt here yet, but plenty of 6-footers today to see if we can lock in the putting stroke.
Nice job.
Thank you. Little 4-footer for our first test, and we bang it in, 1 for 1. No time to celebrate as we're on to the longest par 3 I've played in quite some time. 252, basically directly into the fan. Took a 5-wood, tried to hit it just somewhere on the green. And as you can hear, the wind is picking up, but we managed to hit a good one. It actually ended up rolling out long. Had a pretty long 60-footer, just wanted to 2-putt again. Goal is not to have a 3-putt today, so this is going to definitely test that right out of the gate on the second hole. Hit a decent lag putt here, just never really had it high enough. We're going to have yet another tester here from 5 feet. And we put it in. So we're 2 for 2 so far. Flat stick working much better than at Tobacco Road. On to hole 3. Long par 5 up the hill, 600 yards. Hit a really good one here. We'll have an opportunity to try and go for it from just under 300 yards. Or just push it right.
We just have to come in over the top of the bunker.
Yeah. And we have a bunker shot to get up and down for birdie on this long par 5. Was kind of fortunate to have a really good lie here and hit a good one. Just rolled out a little more than I expected it to. And once again, I have another tester. Hopefully we're not going to 3-putt from 8 feet. Would like to make it, but just kind of left it out there. And we're going to brush that in for a par, avoiding a 3-putt yet again. On to the 4th. So we're even through 3, and there is water left. So what do? I push it way right. Takes a gnarly kick off of some hard pan and out of bounds. So we're going to be dropping, hitting 3 from the right side, basically towards the water, which is less than ideal. I had a really awesome plan in my head to hit a big banana cut, and I did it, but hits the tree, comes up short of the green, and we're going to have a chip instead of a putt yet again.
Wow.
And right as I turn my back here, I did not expect the ball to travel another 20 feet away from the hole, but it did and kept trickling to this point. So we'll have about a 20-footer for our bogey, which is, again, less than ideal. Hit an okay, went to a few feet, and just had a bit of a slippery right to left putt to avoid yet another 3-putt. Was determined here to not let the geese affect me, and did a really nice job of hitting it super close, but flat stick has not yet heated up. It's on its way, but not quite yet. Miss a short one, but it isn't a 3-putt, so that's improvement over last week. Speaking of cold, how about this?
Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh, I almost missed it.
Don't hit it to the trees on the left.
Yeah, thank you.
The main reason I snap hooked that was to give you guys a beautiful view of the foliage around North Carolina this time of year. Was able to do that so you could see the trees on the left side, and subsequently hit a really nice hook back into the fairway with my 5-wood. Left myself a bit more than I wanted, but decent chip that's going to leave me another long testing putt for par, however. And now, after a bit of a rough patch with the last few holes, I absolutely bamboozled this down the middle. 456 total, and I have 109 yards in. You can do the math. Hit a wedge to the front of the green, took a really weird kick right.
That was an unbelievable
Oh, that was it too. And yet again, a so-so first putt is going to leave us a tester from about 5 feet. Barely dripping in the right side, but the right side is just as good as the middle of the hole. For whatever reason, we're having issues with the 5-wood. Pushed another one right here, but got lucky that it stayed in bounds. 209 yards, completely downwind. Just tried to hoist the 7-iron up into the air. Luckily, it flew to kind of the front part of the green. And yet again, another long one for birdie.
One time. Get in. Get in. Did that move at all?
No. I thought this one. It's a lot of fun hitting driver downwind. This one was right down the middle and actually ran through the fairway. Left us with a big hanging lie, which worked in our favor. Took a 5-iron, just tried to hook something around the trees as far as I could. Knew I wasn't going to get there, but just wanted to give myself at least a chip so I could get up and down for birdie here on another par 5. And we will have a chance for a 1-putt here on the 9th hole to close out the front. And we do it finally. 1 putt falls for us on the front. 16 putts was a really solid number for me here, considering I had 22 putts on my front 9 at Tobacco Road. And it's always nice to roll up to the back 9 on a birdie, and especially when it's a par 5 that is relatively reachable downwind as long as you hit a decent drive. Squirt mine a little bit right here, but was able to find it, and actually in a decent position. We'll have an 8-iron into the green. I went back and forth here if I wanted to putt this or chip it, but you can see that knob that's about 5 yards in front of me, and wasn't too sure I could get it high enough without having to go through the rough with a putter. So opted for the chip and hit a decent one here, and we will have 4 feet for back-to-back birdies.
Yeah.
Back-to-back birdies, following up with a nice 5-wood, and we hit it directly into the shit.
That's what you wanted to do.
After my new friend Kevin was so kind to point out that is what I didn't want to do, he redeemed himself by holding the camera for this frustration chip out. Left myself about 70 yards, and Kevin actually had about the same yardage, put it to 3 feet, would go on to make that birdie, and I would also have a birdie putt from a bit longer of a distance here.
Oh, that was a dumb putt.
And I think I was still frustrated from topping that drive and didn't really take my time on that putt. Calmed myself down for another 4-footer, and we make it. We are still 3-putt free through the first 11 holes.
Yeah. Oh, so bumpy.
And we clean up our 2-putt there for par. On to the next tee box in the middle of my pre-shot routine, and I hear this.
Whoa.
That was the sound of a ball landing about 5 feet from me, barely missing my camera, right before I was about to step up and hit my tee shot here. I must have still been rattled from my near-death experience there and forgot to press record, but based on all the accounts of people that were there, this is very similar to what my shot into the green looked like. Unfortunately, I didn't have the sauce that Tiger did, so I didn't get that right hand kick. Was left with the downhill delicate chip, put it to about 6 feet, and again going to have a bit of a tester with the putter. And note the etiquette for my playing partners, backing up out of my line, and we drain it. This is my first really dumb club selection. Took 6-iron thinking I could hit it about 215, which I was incredibly wrong about.
Oh, wow.
Is it short?
It's just short. Fuck. Heck of a line.
Yeah.
Get in.
Very nice.
And if you're keeping track at home, that is another 1-putt on the board.
Uh-oh.
Drive just stayed in bounds, and we were lucky to find it, and I will let you listen to how this one played out.
Uh-oh. Please sit.
Quick update, it did not sit, so we are going to have to drop. We found it, but it's clearly unplayable. So after drop, we are going to be chipping our 4th shot onto the green with hopes of getting up and down just to save a par.
Keep going. Oh. Wow. Oh, I pulled it.
Unlucky bounce, we ended up back in the bunker after hitting up on the hill, and the members were telling me how the bunkers are super inconsistent, and this is a perfect example of that. Just listen to how hard it is when I play with the sand with my foot.
So hard.
Yeah. These bunkers are not good.
You fucker.
Another good roll that doesn't fall, but easy tap in for another 2-putt onto the 17th, and now we're 5 over with that double bogey. Driver's been cooperating for the most part today, and it does so again, and we got a really nice kick back into the middle of the fairway. And I'm going to let you listen to my club selection going into this par 5 green.
I think 5's too much. And it's like just about 200, like 199 to the flag. Do I hit 5? I think I hit 5. With that wind. Nothing really like right, left of it, just
Yeah, it's just.
it is what it is.
I end up opting for a 5-iron over the 6. Figure I can just smooth one in there instead of having to try and step on a 6-iron. Ends up being the right decision as it'll leave me with an eagle putt. My playing partner Kevin ended up being a really good dude, and we ended up giving each other shit the whole round, which you're about to hear.
All right, so now I know the speed if I leave it 6 feet short. Perfect.
Oh, yeah. Good job. Great putt.
First eagle on the channel.
Very
Brought
good.
to you by Kevin.
What a momentum boost, going from a double bogey back to an eagle. And I hit what's arguably my best drive of the day on 18 here.
Back into it.
It's always nice to finish with a really nice iron shot, which I managed to do here.
Okay.
And we have a bit of a tricky putt up the hill. Told myself that I was going to miss it, intentionally left to stay on that top level, and still left myself with a bit of work here, but to stay off the 3-putt train, 5-footer to end the round. Can we do it?
Completely happy with it.
We can. Solid round, no 3 putts, big bounce back with the flat stick.
That was.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Thank you for the beer.
26.
I guess 20.
Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. We will see you next week with another episode of Koop Golf.